What's up, YouTube? It's B&B Garage back here with another video. Hope you guys are doing good. It's been a little bit since I made a video. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I will be throwing in a brand new steering wheel for the Mustang here. All right, so I kind of got started on it already, getting ready to pull this one off. Everything's ready and unplugged. I'll kind of talk you guys through that, and let's go through here. Let me just push this back so I got room to show y'all. All right, so there's two pins right on the side, and what I used is I took this screwdriver, ran it through, and it actually pushes these springs in, and then it allows the airbag to come off. So here's our airbag. And then it's just these three plugs right here, these small ones. They're color coded, so you can't get them mixed up. No need to mark anything or anything like that. These two come out, this plug comes out, and then we have a 24 millimeter nut that's gonna come out from the center right in there. And then once that's out, there's one more plug on the clock spring. Like I said, I already took this out, so the clock spring's kind of twisted. But once that's all out, it'll just boom, pop right out. You gotta run your wires through carefully. Don't pull anything apart or make any crazy mistakes. And then once we go on install, we're gonna have our clock spring, make sure it's dialed in at 12 o'clock. Driving a Chevy Malibu fast, wow. So yeah, so I'm gonna take this old steering wheel. We're gonna go inside. I'm gonna show you guys the new steering wheel, and then yeah, we're gonna get all these components on there, and then we'll be back to throw the new one back in. So yeah. All right, guys. So this is the original steering wheel right here. I believe these torque screws are gonna be all we need to get this job done. I have a Phillips and then a flathead in my pocket, and it's just gonna be popping these screws out. And make sure you guys do keep in mind that all these screws have different shoulders, and they belong in the same spot they go in, so don't get that mixed up. But this is original, and I'm gonna get the new one out and show you guys what that looks like. Give me one second. Whoo, look at that. This is the new steering wheel that I'm gonna be throwing in, man. I am super excited about this wheel, man. Ever since I bought the car, I knew I wanted to get something like this, and I can't tell you how excited I am about this. I literally just picked it up earlier this evening, and I was planning on installing it in the morning, but yeah, man, I'm just super excited about it. So yeah, I figured I'd throw it in tonight if I got the spare time. So let's get into transferring the old stuff onto this one. And yeah, so this one right here, all these little screws in here are gonna be T20s. So as I did say, make sure you keep everything in order. This screwdriver that I got here is magnetic, so it helps a lot. So we're gonna take that one, and oh, this is actually an Allen key, but my T20 fits it, so I'm just gonna be very careful to not strip it out. And that one, and then we're gonna be super careful. Oh wait, this might just be. This is my first time doing this too, guys, so bear with me. Like I tell y'all in the first video, we're gonna be walking through all this together. And I actually did get a trim remover tool that came with the new steering wheel, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it right here and carefully pop that off. And yeah, guys, see, it came up right there. Oh, let's see. All right, let me work on getting this off real quick. All right, so I was able to pop it off, and all of these are actually color coded, so there's no need to mark anything or do anything like that. So once you get this shell off in the back, it's gonna go on your new wheel, and then these will go in the same spot and plug up to the green. And then I think the other one is red or yellow, maybe. I don't really remember, but we'll see. All right, so I took the same steps and went ahead and popped those two screws out. and this one's actually gray, so I don't know what I was thinking, but I went ahead and put the screws back in just so that we remember. So that could be a tip to you guys, you know, just go ahead and it's kind of hard with one hand, man. You know, just keep your screws in order. Like I said, you don't want to lose your stuff. So now we're gonna get these two off, pop this one off, these two off, and pop this one off, and then I'll get back with y'all. All right, so while taking this one off, I just thought I'd let y'all know because it's a little tight. It sits like this, but it's easier to turn it like this and access the plug. Oops, access the plug from up top because it actually has the push right here. So it clips in like this, and it's like kind of like this, so you wouldn't be able to get it. It's better to turn it around and squeeze it there, or use like a small flathead and get that out. So I'm gonna do that to this side, and then I think from there we'll pull the shell off, and then these dampeners right here, this is the dampener for the back, so we're gonna push these little rubber grommets down, and then we'll get the dampener out, and then it's time to install this beauty. So let's go. All right, so I went ahead and flipped it around, and I'm gonna take this little pry tool and get under this this shell in the back, and hopefully without breaking anything, we're gonna pop it off. All right, give me a second, and then I'll get back with y'all and walk y'all through it. All right, so like I said, it's just this pry tool. If you do order one of these steering wheels, most likely you will get this pry tool, and I just got it up under all these corners, and they pops right off. And it has these little like prongs, I guess, that hold it in place, and that's just what you're popping out with the pry tool. So once we have the shell off, we're gonna work on getting this dampener off, and then now it's time for the new one. So let me get this off, and then like I said, I'm just gonna, you can use your screwdriver. You just don't want to push too hard where you're gonna punch through it. It just kind of pops out. So let me work on that real quick. Cool. So it came right out, and all I did with my screwdriver was push softly but firmly on these little nipples, and it's gonna pop out right from the back, and this is exactly how it goes in. So we're actually gonna start with that. So all right, so I did get my dampener in, and most people do use like grease to help them slide in a little bit more. I just kind of rubbed them with some water, and you can see I did poke through that one with my screwdriver while kind of playing them in there. So if you guys do have access to some grease, that would be probably ideal for this situation. But if you don't, you can make it work. It's just gonna take a little bit of elbow grease. But yeah, so now we're gonna go in reverse order. And we're gonna take our wheel and our shell, and reinstall everything and make sure the wires go where they're supposed to go. So let me get this popped on, and then I'll get back with y'all. All right, so the shell is all popped back into place now, and we're gonna flip it around. And at this point, we're gonna be installing all of these back in the way we got them, or the way we got them pulled out. And then once I have all those back in, we can talk about getting it back installed. But I probably will walk y'all through getting these out. And the one I actually got did come with carbon fiber inserts. So yeah, so let me work on getting everything back in, and then we'll get back together and talk about what's next. All right, so this one is actually just a bunch of T20s, and we're gonna be using the same screwdriver that we did for everything else. And then we're gonna get this plate off, and it's gonna get with this one. So let's take that like that, and this one like that, and ready. Boom. Man, that looks so good, man. You guys don't understand how excited I am for this steering wheel to be done and installed, man. I'm dying to get this in the car. Sheesh. All right, guys, everything is in, back in place, plugged in, Man, this thing is a beauty. I love this thing so much. It is so crisp and clean, man. I cannot wait to get this thing in the car. Everything is plugged in, screwed down, tight. Recommended, I believe it's 44 inches per pound. Torque spec on these little screws right here. I don't have that small of a torque wrench, so I just tighten it as tight. Not as tight, but solid tightness where it's not gonna move or anything. So let's get this thing in the car, man. I'm super excited. All right, guys, so one thing I did forget to add before starting anything on this project, make sure you unplug your negative end of the battery. That is a big thing to do. You don't want to catch yourself blowing up or anything like that. So now we're gonna go in for the install. We want to make sure everything is set at 12 o'clock, and your clock spring is what is going to tell you that. You want to make sure you're 12 o'clock. These two things are going to be pointing straight, and we're going to put the steering wheel straight in. I'm going to use two hands for this. I'm going to see if I can set y'all up really quick. Man, I might not be able to. So let me just go ahead and get it on, and then we'll go from there. My goodness, you guys, I am so stoked about this thing, man. Holy, it looks so good in the car, man. We're about to get the airbag plugged in and put back on, and that's just gonna pop in place. Like I said, these are the springs you're actually gonna poke with whatever you use here, and you're just gonna push those in, and that's what the airbag is gonna catch on. So I'm gonna get everything plugged up. I'll show y'all it plugged up, and I'll show y'all it snapping in, and then, man, that's it. All right, guys, so I got everything plugged up here, both of those tabs, and like I said, they are color coordinated as well. So yellow goes to yellow, black goes to black. Make sure you push those orange tabs down. Got your last plug up top, and for the final, you'll have a snap, and that's how you'll know it's in place. Don't want to be honking at the neighborhood. You kind of see it right there. It's just gonna snap in place. Boom. Let me turn this light on. Oh man, guys, that thing is sick, bro. Wow, this is so clean, man. I love this steering wheel so much, guys. Like I said, ever since I got this car, I knew I wanted something like this. And holy smokes, man, this thing did not disappoint at all, man. This looks so good. I'm going to get the battery plugged in, and I'm going to get these starlights that I just installed shining on this thing. And I'm going to get a couple clips for you guys, because holy moly, this thing is beautiful, man. Wow. All right, let me get those clips, man. Man, so you guys don't understand how excited I am about this freaking steering wheel, man. I love this thing, the sleekness of it, the fact that it still has the pony in the middle. Man, I love this thing, man. I just can't explain to y'all how excited I am about this thing. This is one of the best aesthetic mods on the interior that I think there is. I do like the digital one that pops up with the RPMs and everything. That thing is expensive as hell, man. But man, this thing is just super clean, man. I'm looking forward to a lot more interior. Like I told you guys, I don't really want to mess with my warranty too much, so I don't want to do too much performance on this car. So a lot of it is going to be aesthetic. I do have some lowering springs coming in hopefully soon, and then I want to get a little bit of a wider tire in the back for some fitment. those are the main things, man. Like I said, I want to lower it and just keep the car looking clean. I probably will do headers at some point, hopefully in the near future. But that's probably about the only thing, headers and exhaust. But everything else is gonna be aesthetic. But man, I love this steering wheel so much, guys. And just in those lights, man, it looks freaking awesome. It's just glistening off of that. And like I said, just, man, everything looks extremely good on this thing, man. And I'm super excited about what's to come. I also do want to get a new system in here. I have a system in the truck that I think I'm going to throw in here because the truck is so loud I can't even hear myself or my music. So yeah, man, well, I appreciate you guys tuning in for this video. I hope I gave y'all some guidance and some help on that, and I hope to see you guys soon on something else. Peace.